Okay, so this is my treatment presentation. So I decided to choose Gracie Abrams' song Mess It Up. I chose Mess It Up because I wanted the mise-en-scène to feel fun and engaging. I'm aiming for colourful visuals that are very bright and vibrant. After watching the original video, I really like the concept, and Gracie Abrams' overall vibe I quite like it, and her creative motivation motivated me to take a similar approach while adding my own ideas. So the concept of my music video. So the music video will be set in a train station where I repeatedly miss the train. This motif acts as a visual metaphor for the lyrics Mess It Up, repeating cycles of regret and missed opportunities. Each time I miss the train, it will be presented as a different day, and I'll show this through costume changes. This not only enhances the mise-en-scène, but will also reflect an emotional shift and the passing of time. Because I can't really change the lighting, but I can change what I'm wearing, so that will show that's a different day. By representing the same scenario with variation in mise-en-scène, particularly with costumes and props, the concept will tie into Goodwin's theory of music video conventions, especially the idea of a strong relationship between visuals and lyrics, where the action of messing it up is reflected in the ongoing failure to catch the train. The use of performance style elements combined with narrative representation also connects to the ideas of to the star image theory, where the artist's presence and style becomes key to the audience's engagement. Overall, the concept blends narratives with performance conventions using mise-en-scène and representations to strengthen the visual link while creating a recognisable and authentic, appealing video. So the inspiration, again, the original music video really inspired me. So this is basically what happens. She keeps baking a cake and then she messes it up because she drops it every time. And this happens over and over again. And I thought this was really interesting because, it's kind of illustrational, using, it adds the lyrics and mess it up. She keeps messing it up. So I wanted to keep that sort of illustrational mess it up concept whilst adding a narrative. So it will be narrative based because I will be missing the train, but it will be fragmented because I'll be doing it on different days and it'll be showing, different days in the same time. And it will also be a bit performance based, so I might dance on the train station. I don't know, I'm not sure. But yeah. So another inspiration is Audrey Hobart, who's actually Gracie Abrams' friend. They met in 5th grade graduation in the early 2000s, and Abrams often credits Hobart, who co-writes many of her songs. They collab on music often. Her music is relatable pop, often indie pop styles. She has witty and conventional lyrics, and she tells a funny story, sometimes cringeworthy stories in her song, as if sending a voice memo to her friends. And because they collab together and they work on music together, their music is very similar. So when I was watching her music videos, especially one for her song Bowling Alley, I really like the visuals, and it's quite similar, so that's where I also got some inspiration from. So I also got inspiration from, for example, the location of a train station. A lot of YouTubers, especially London-based YouTubers, film in train stations, and it kind of looks really good on camera. I don't know if you noticed, but the colours look good on camera, and it looks very bright and visual. And also just sunny train rides, putting my headphones on, listening to music whilst the sun is coming through a train. It's quite inspiring, and I take the train a lot, so there you go. The style, the aspect is really important in this music video, and I got a lot of inspiration from Gracie herself because her style is very prominent. Other artists like Olivia Dean, Pinterest. I think I'm going to use Pinterest a lot in this project because you can get so many very specific ideas, and that's where I got a lot of style ideas from. And also people watching, looking around London at people with different styles, very specific styles. So again, the concept, the original music video, and the lyrics of Mess It Up. So yeah. This is a mood board that I created. As you can see, bright colours. I want it to be light. and airy, because I feel like the song, if you listen to it, it's quite light and airy as well. Okay, so my target audience is primarily young people with a strong demographic of teens and young adults around 15 to 25 years old. It's very prominent because you have to be older than 15 to go to a concert, which suggests, lyrics that might be slightly more dealing with slightly more older topics. She was on Teen Vogue on the 25th of April 2023. So Teen Vogue is also very, targeted to teenage girls or boys. And these are some of her comments. The way I just want to be baking with Gracie. I feel like that's very girly girl. And this is also a demographic of her followers. So it's 67.5% female and 32.5% male. That is a big chunk that is female, which is great because I feel like this is me. So like I'm 15 to 25 years old. I'm female, so I can definitely relate to this and use this to my advantage. So I intend to engage my audience by a relatable story. So the frustration and nostalgia of that comes with missing a train. And it's a activity most young people do, so it can be relatable. Visual style, again, the style is very important in this music video. I want it to be soft, moody, and pastel tones that match Gracie Abrams' aesthetic. Incorporating cinematic shots of an urban setting, trains and moments of waiting that can evoke emotion. Authentic, I want to keep the vibe genuine and emotional, as Gracie Abrams fans appreciate honesty and heartfelt content. So location, this is Putney Bridge Station, which is where I'm going to be filming. This is my favourite station that I go through. This is a mood board I made. I don't want it to be a tube station because I want it to be outside, I want it to be light. Because whilst I was looking for inspiration, I would see things like this. And as much as this is very striking, dark, gloomy, it's not the vibe I want to go for. So I want to keep it light, I want to keep it sunny, because this could work, but not for what I'm going for. Why train station? It's a place full of emotion and symbolism. It represents movement and transition and the missed opportunities. All these themes connect well with the feeling of missing the train repeatedly. For young people, train stations can evoke a sense of independence, travel, and the bittersweet moment of saying goodbye or waiting for someone new. Visually, the train station is very dynamic, with dynamic backgrounds like platforms, tracks, waiting areas, and passing trains, which adds visual interest and cinematic vibe that fits the emotional tone of Gracie Abrams' song. Plus, it's a relatable everyday location that feels authentic and real and makes it easier for the audience to connect with the story. Okay, and my room. This is my room. So, it has good natural lighting. Let me explain why I'm going to use my room first of all. So, the scene is that I'm going to be looking at my phone and then I'm going to see that I'm late, or I'm waking up late. So yeah, but I'll give you a little tour, I guess. So yeah, it's got good natural lighting, which is great for what I want, because again, I want to keep it light, I want to keep it bright. It's got cute room decor, details which are very girly, stuffed animals, again, target audience of 15-year-olds, photos which adds to the mise en scène, it shows it's a teenage girl's room, which again is the target audience I'm trying to reach. Anyway, so my room is important because it gives off an intimate, personal vibe that matches her style specifically. My room has cool lighting and unique decor and adds a cozy, authentic feel that fits her mellow, emotional music perfectly. My room could feel super relatable and real to some people because, wake up in your room, sleep in your room, etc. My fans also love raw, authentic vibes, so showing a chill, everyday space like a bedroom will make them feel like they're getting to a peek of her world, or I guess my world. So promo, social media. I'm going to focus on TikTok and Instagram because my target audience, again, 15 to 13-year-old, this is girls, this is what they use the most. I'm going to create a little hashtag Mr. Train challenge where you can show moments where you almost did something, so moments where you felt stuck, trying to again bring it back to the mood of the song. Definitely behind the scenes content, I'm kind of nervous to film on a train station, but okay. And then also using dreamy filters and captions that reflect Grace Abrams' poetic lyrics. This is a screenshot of her Instagram, so I will try to recreate it as much as possible. Like, clearly she likes reading, so I'll incorporate that. She seems like very genuine and calm and relaxed, so I'll try to incorporate that as much as possible. For her website, I want it to be a clean, minimalistic vibe that uses soft colours and lots of white space to match her aesthetic. I don't know if you've seen her website. This is what it looks like, but you know, very calm, very basic, but still colourful. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to make sure the music video is front and centre, so on the home page, so you have easy access to streaming sites and merch. I want to have a section of like her storytelling, of like a heartfelt message to her fans, sharing like inspiration and behind her song, and videos that create a close connection, tour dates, calendars, newsletter sign up, social media feeds, so that the fans can stay updated, classic things you see on an artist's website. Again, a behind the scenes area with exclusive photos and videos of making the music video, plus maybe a blog or a journal section where I can write my thoughts. Making sure that the site is mobile friendly, so since our target audience will mostly be browsing on their phones. I don't know about you, but I think Gracie Abrams fans are very aesthetic, like girlies, so I'm going to add a link to a Pinterest board where they can look at some inspiration. So again, encouraging the fans to contribute their own ideas by adding their pins to the Pinterest board, making it just a little bit more interactive. And overall, it should feel like you're stepping into Gracie Abrams' world herself. Intimate, authentic, and creative. Again, this is what her website looks like, so I will try to recreate this as best as possible, while also adding my own little touches. And that's everything. Does anyone have any questions?